Is up? It is your girl EJ, and we are in the building, y'all. Today we're going to be talking about kingdom business. So I hope you guys looked at the first season because I'm about to bring my people on, and we're about to get into this discussion. So first up, we got my girl, as always. Tamika's Den is in the building. Hey, girl. I think I can't hear you.
Sorry, yeah. Hello. What's going on?
Hey. Girl, ready to discuss this? And then we got
Mhm.
my other girl in the building, Miss Candy Love.
What up?
Hey,
What up? What up? Hi, EJ.
how are
Hi,
you?
Hey,
Tamika.
Candy.
Good. And then you already know this person don't need no introduction. Got my boy, my brother from another mother in the building, VKJ.
Yeah. What up, fam? What up, fam?
What's
What's
going
going
on?
Y'all,
on?
what is
How we
up? Man,
how we
first of
doing?
all, I feel like I haven't been on anything with you in a minute, Jay. So,
True.
it's good to see your
True.
face.
It's good to be back. It's good to have this reunion with us. We are gathering here together today to
Okay.
discuss the kingdom. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's see who we got in the building today. We got Miss Shari. Miss Daria is in the building. What up? What up? Queenie in the building. Of course, let's see. We got Marzetta in the building. I'm gonna try not to mess this thing up. And then we got some other people in, but they haven't said anything. So welcome. It's Savannah. Hey girl. Hey. So welcome to everybody. We about to talk about kingdom business, y'all. Now it's been a minute since this show actually was on. I think they feel like they pulled the P Valley almost, where they went off for like a long time. Then they came back. What was the vibe? How was y'all feeling about season 2 so far? Start with you, Tamika.
How I'm feeling about the season, you said?
Yeah, how was you feeling about those first 2 episodes so far?
Yeah, I was here for it. I like how we got right into it. We was getting some answers. We ain't wasting no time. The acting was on point. The story was on point. Like I'm ready. I'm ready to get
Okay,
into it.
that's what's up. Candy, how you feel about it?
Well, I'm new to Kingdom Business, like brand new. I think Jay posted and I think Tika posted that it was coming. So when they did that, I was like, "Oh, let me see what this is about." I always saw it on BET Plus, but I never decided to look at it. But I'm glad I did, and I
Mhm.
appreciate you all promoting the show. So hopefully we keep getting more seasons. But the first 2 episodes was like Tamika said, picked up where the last episode left off.
Mhm.
Answered questions and uh, answered some more questions that were never brought up as far as children, I'll say.
Okay. Jay, how was you feeling? How was you feeling with your sound effects?
Hey, I was excited because we've been waiting for a long time for this. I did cover the first season. We just kind of like had a live on it. But we needed to know what happened to the pastor. We needed to know who got popped. We needed to know all of that stuff. So I was like, when they coming back? When they coming back? When they coming back? So I was happy that it came back. I'm kind of excited about this season. Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up. Okay, I'm gonna get straight to because I need to know. I need to know from y'all because I know I kept saying that the pastor was unalive. That was like, oh yeah, the pastor gone. Did y'all see that coming? Like, or were you thoroughly surprised by the fact that the pastor was not actually gone? Jay, you go ahead and start this one.
So when we did cover the first season, I did say, nah, somebody's gonna step in the way and he's not gonna take himself out. So I knew that he was gonna be around. It was a little prediction. I kind of reached out there. So he's not gonna get popped. So
Okay,
yeah.
that's
I
what's
didn't know
up.
who was gonna get popped though. I didn't think it was her. I didn't think it was Denita because I was like, whoa, okay, this was the surprise.
That's what's up. Tamika, as somebody who was watching the show prior, was because we don't have to wait all this time. Candy just jumped in the mix. She didn't have to wait.
Mhm. Right. Well, when it initially happened, I just was screaming like, "Oh, what?" It ended like that. So I definitely want to know, but then I was kind of like, maybe somebody hurried up and grabbed it. I definitely was not expecting it to be Denita. Like, yeah. Once we start seeing the previews, I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? And then the way it started too with the funeral, I was like, well, what's happening here? But yeah.
Exactly, because when I saw the previews, so first of all, my husband ain't never looked at it, but then he the person that go look at the previews talking about, who got a kid? What's this about? And I'm like, you don't even look at this though. What are you talking about? And then he started talking about the pastor, and I'm like, the pastor is gone. What are you talking? I'm like, wait a minute.
You jumping in like he knew, huh? Like he knew the whole season, right?
Yeah. And then when we looking at it, he's sitting up there asking me, so what happened with this? So I'm like, you know what? I can't look at this right now. I need you not to do this. He was asking every question. But yeah, I was thoroughly surprised. Monique said, I was hoping the pastor went down below underneath the basement. Yeah, I think everybody was for like a whole second. Okay, yeah, let me pull up these slides here. Okay, so when it starts out, of course, we get the whole it looks like they're at a funeral, and she's standing there. So of course, we're even buying more into the fact, except for Jay, clearly, we buying even more into the fact that somebody's gone, and it appears to be him initially, but then we get on and we realize that it's not him because he's holding his daughter hand. Okay.
Yeah.
So Taj, Taj is one of my favorite characters, y'all. I love this character, Taj, and I'm gonna ask some questions about him a little bit later. But just in this scene right here, when we get this emotion, like he's really upset with his father. How was you feeling about this scene, Candy? You go ahead and start off with this one.
So when they first entered the hospital, I saw CJ, she was all distraught. And then he come creeping around the corner. I said, hold up, what? Wait, what? How you? I said, okay, all right. So, and then Taj come in and he was, bucking up at his father. I understand why he did that. But, I mean, it was a hard scene. It's like I could be in everybody's shoes except for the father. I could be in both the children's shoes. Kind of confused, not understanding why this happened. Like, why did it happen? Why did you have to do it in front of everybody? I didn't like that he did that. Because I think that's a cowardly way to do it. And then you did it in front of your children, your wife, and all your congregation. But as far as the children, I could understand both sides. But it was a very hard scene for me because I'm like, he said some terrible words to his father. Even though he later apologized, it was very hard.
Okay. That's what's up. Yeah, Taj, this was kind of out of character for Taj. You could tell that it was kind of hard for him to even say it because we've seen this character and this character don't really get out of pocket like this. He's very respectful and very reserved, but he had to be feeling it in this moment to do so. Does anybody else have any thoughts about this scene before we move on?
Yeah, Taj's reaction was a natural reaction. Like, just think about your mom being popped. You know what I'm saying? And then come to find out your father, who was supposed to be the pastor, supposed to be the shepherd over the church, brings in a strap, and then your mom gets popped. So I thought it was a natural reaction, even though Taj is usually, he talks like this. He's like, real laid back. That was a natural reaction. I would have did the same thing at my dad. Like, yo, Pops, what the heck is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? But of course, he reserved himself and pulled himself back or whatever. But I thought it was a natural reaction for him to act like that. So
yeah, for sure. Let's move on to this one. Okay, y'all. So so this is the part where Taj is kind of having his moment or whatever. But when we find out what actually happens, Tamika, talk about what actually happened as the sister CJ is telling Taj exactly what went down. What did you think about this scene? And kind of, if just in case people didn't see it, let them know what happened.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, because she was over here feeling guilty and saying it's her fault and all of that. And I'm like, well, sometimes you still do blame yourself, even if it don't have anything to do with you. But it was like, you know, she trying to stop him, but they both was trying to stop him, and then, you know, the hammer ended up going off in the midst of her moving his hand. So I'm like, oh Lord, mama ended up getting hit, and you know, she wasn't responding at first, and we don't know what's going on with her. So that was just a crazy moment. And of course, now it's even more to blame. And I thought it was interesting and understanding when she kind of told him, like, I get it, but it's not about you right now, okay? When he was saying something at the hospital, she was like just worried about her mother and making sure that she okay, and you know, everything was gonna be all right. And I agree with what Candy Love and you know, VKJ already said in reference to just that's an understandable reaction.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Shannon.
Hey
I don't
Shannon.
know if it's super chat, super sticker, what you know, something, whatever it's called. Y'all know I
Thank you,
done
Shannon.
forgot now. But I feel like I haven't been on thing in so long that I forgot how it even work. But thank you so much, Shannon. We appreciate you. But yeah, definitely. You talking about when she said, "I don't have no pity for you. I don't have."
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was something else. Candy, talk about this scene. As far as how it went down, since you actually pretty much got to see it all in one swoop or whatever. Did you think this is how it was gonna play? Like, did you think this was the way that it played out, or you was like, it just didn't cross your mind like that?
No, I actually thought maybe one of the members got hit or something, but I didn't think it was the wife. I thought he took himself out, but I'm like, maybe he just wounded himself, not took himself out, just wounded himself, because he shocked me when he came around the corner at the hospital and got picked up CJ. But I didn't think it happened the way, you know, because she pulled his arm and then Denita ended up getting hit. I didn't think it happened that way. And then she hit her head pretty hard on the chair. So
Mm-hmm.
now she has, you know, some memory loss.
We gonna talk about
Right. Yeah. But I really didn't think it happened that way. But I can see, you know, after they replayed, I said, oh, okay, now I see, you know, what happened. And you know, I can see why CJ is a little upset because she, you know, pulled his arm, which made it, you know, it hit the mom instead of hitting him or anybody else. But
yeah,
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 that was a complicated scene as well. This was
yeah.
complicated. Yeah.
Jay, any thoughts on this? I mean, because you kind of called it from, but I didn't get to see your live or whatever, but you did, you know, based on what you said,
Yeah.
allegedly, you called it. So yeah, I
Allegedly.
said allegedly.
I'll send you the link. No problem. I'll send you the link. This is way back. I didn't have none of this extra stuff, right? super raw with my other glasses. But anyway, so I thought I appreciated this because the breakdown, it was a quick breakdown too. They didn't elongate it or nothing like that. For those people who've never seen the show, it kind of just really explained why she's in the hospital, what's going on. So I really appreciate this breakdown and how they did it. And I like, you know, the cinematography as well to show us this was the past, this is exactly what happened, and this
Mhm.
is the present. So I really appreciated it. And the fact that she had that head trauma. I mean, when she hit her head on the pew, I was like, oh
Yeah.
Lord, it's not just a wound, you know what I'm saying? It's not just
Yeah.
the little thing going in her body. It was that head trauma. That's what's going
Yeah.
on. So that's
Because you
why
could see
she
her head. Like,
yeah. It
I'm
was
like,
just like,
ooh.
whoa, dang. So, you know, I mean, that kind of happened to me. So I kind of like related to it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
not the strap part. I'm just talking about hitting the head.
So you
Right.
getting shot.
not. That's another story for another day. That's a whole different show.
Got you. That's all right. We can share our wounds with you. I got a story for you too. We'll talk
Okay.
about it. Okay, y'all. So let's move on to this one right here. Okay, so the chief, whatever he is, chief, we just gonna call him the chief because I don't know what his title is right now, but he's the man in charge.
Mhm.
And he comes in, and remember from last season, because I didn't go back and look at the season. I'm trying to remember everything from last season. I just didn't have the energy to go look at the whole thing again. But I do remember him being one of the ones trying to help cover some of these things up that was going on with all of these, people that are in high places. So he was one of the people that was trying to help cover it up. And he basically comes and tells him, like, look, all of this was about to be gone. Chief, yeah, thank you. All of this was about to be gone, but why'd you have to do this? Like he's trying to figure out why you even do this. Like it wasn't even, you didn't need to do this, but dude got a conscience is what it all boiled down to. His conscience got the best of him, and it is what it is, But I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this young lady right here. Rbel. Rbel hears about the situation clearly because we're going to see a moment where gosh, what is his name? I wanted to call him Vegas so bad. That's not his name in this show.
Caesar.
Caesar.
Caesar, yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Caesar. Where Caesar is going to call and he wants, to check on Denita because we all know that they had a thing. So, of course, he probably tells Rbel. Rbel calls. I've been waiting for this interaction between these two for the longest. How'd you feel about it, Jay, when you first got the initial kind of thing with them, not in person, but on the phone?
Yeah, so I thought it was kind of like a weird interaction. It was like, I don't know what to say. I don't know because of what we did or what we connected with. I don't really know what to say to you right now. And we all know that Rbel is having her spiritual warfare, right? She's going back and forth with it. She's at the point where her gospel career is over, but she tried her hand in it. And again, she has her own feelings about it. But when she called Taj and she's trying to connect with Taj, I thought it was genuine. And when he did say, you know what, if you can't pray for my mama, because I know how you feel about my mama, I know the whole discrepancy between you and my mama, please pray for me. And I kind of was like, okay, Rbel, I can feel you on that. You got on your knees and you actually, prayed for him, pray for your boy Taj. You know what I'm saying? So I was feeling that. I was feeling that right there.
That's what's up. Me too. I was feeling this too. Am I the only person on the panel rooting for Taj and Rbel?
I'm rooting for him too.
Tamika?
I want them to. I can't wait to this.
Yeah, I mean, you could feel the chemistry, but that call was awkward. Yeah, you could definitely feel the chemistry with them.
Yeah, and I want to talk about that other little chick in a little bit.
Do we have
this one right here, the one that Lamaya plays. So we're gonna see where. What's her husband name, y'all? Nurse Mark. What's his name? Mark. I can't remember names right now.
I think it is. Yeah, I'm a little cloudy on the names. I think it's
Mark or Malcolm.
Yeah, it's one of them. It's an M.
Yeah.
Nurse, the hubby. He's gonna come in and he's telling them about the situation, and the nurse is also there as well. And we basically learned that, hey, she's in a coma. They learned that the bullet is near her spine, and that's why they don't want to take this bullet out because of where it's located or whatnot. So we got a situation at this point. But moving on to. We're going to get to Rbel. She's going to be called in by Caesar, and Caesar is still trying to save his money, y'all. I want to say he's trying to save her career, but he's trying to save his money. He's trying to save his coins.
Trying to get his money back, yeah.
Exactly. Candy, talk about this scene a little bit. What'd you think about it? The fact, what he's trying to do and how she's feeling?
Well, we could tell she's torn between the like Jay said, spiritual warfare. I like that they brought in those heavy hitters, Tasha Cobbs, and I think that's one of the girls, the sisters from the Walls group. I think that's Rhea.
Don't try. I didn't even
from the Walls group.
I didn't look here.
They're just trying to get her to see that you can be human and you can sing gospel as well. Not to give up, even though he still wants his money back. You can tell that he's still trying to pull her to sing gospel because that's, she can sing, of course, but he It's bringing in those heavy hitters to help her out, to let her see that, you know, she still can be human, not have to be of the world, but, you know, in the world and sing gospel as well, and be a light to of people. Huh?
Okay, you bringing out a little bit of scripture there. Okay, I
Oh.
see you. Don't be of the world, but in the world. Don't be in the. Okay, all right now. Amen.
You know, but yeah, trying to let her see that she can not be both, not do both, but she can still exist without having to look a certain way, per se. Because she's really torn. And she claims she broke, but I don't know. I'm like, child, it's been only what 2-3 days. How you?
That's what I said. That's the part I wasn't getting. She was going so hard. I'm like, girl.
But I get it. I mean, your man gone. It's Tajay, you know.
She in her feelings.
Yeah.
You say it's only been 2 or 3 days. How you broke already, girl?
She probably living outside her means, right? You
know,
she got that big money, big check, big advance. You know what I'm saying? She probably already spent it. But I like the part where, you know, Tasha Cobb came in and she kind of related to her. Yes. She said that she did that song with Nicki Minaj.
Yes.
And everybody thought it was fire, but she got backlash and she was hurt about the whole thing. So I kind of like how she related to it. But then she said, you know what, I had to pray to God about it, get back up and keep going. And I think it was kind of like an inspirational moment for Rebel. Hopefully it was. But we all know what happened with Rebel, where she went.
So, Rebel said she need these coins. What up, Brillo? What up?
What's up, Brillo? I like that part too. I thought that was realistic. I like how they bring a little bit of things that we know does happen in the gospel world and can happen just in church in general. You know, I know I done had my funny relationships with the church. I used to be in a choir from when I was little, and certain things I wouldn't like. You know, they was judging. One time it was a concert that we was doing in there, and some of my friends came. They paid for the tickets, but they didn't think they were dressed appropriately, so they didn't want to let them in the church. And, you know, I know Kirk Franklin has been one to be judged. What's her name? I love her so much. Leandra. She's another one. Leandra, and I definitely remember the Nicki Minaj being on the Tasha Cobb song. So I like how they bring that part of the conversation into it.
Yeah.
But Caesar do want his money too.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah, the Saints that don't be playing sometimes. You know what I'm saying? They're on it. But you know, I think we all got some stories that we probably could tell in that world at any point. But so yeah, I really love this part. And I like Tasha Cobb, you know.
Yes.
So all right, y'all. So, you know, at the end of the day, we got us a miracle. You know what I'm saying? We got us a miracle. Hold on. We ain't made it to the miracle yet. We next on the miracle. I was gonna skip this part because that wasn't really important to me. Let me go past this part. Let's talk about this, and then we'll get to the miracle that happens. Let's talk about my boy Kirk Franklin in the building.
Poor Kirk Franklin.
Glory. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, the church we ain't going nowhere. Okay, Jay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this.
He said pole Kurt.
Because Kirk comes in, Deacon comes in and the deacon is telling him, like, you know, you was wrong. You know, do you know that you was wrong for what you did? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not the way that you repent. This isn't the way that you try to make penance for what you've done. Like, you don't go out the puck way, is what I'm gonna say, because that's what it felt like he was trying to do. It felt like he was trying to take an easier route. And I'm not saying that people, let me rephrase this, because I'm not saying that people who do this are taking the easy way out. It just felt like this is what he was trying to do in this particular television show, because he knew there was going to be a lot of backlash to this. And it was just all wrong. Like, why would you do it at this moment, at this time, in front of, like, it just didn't make any sense. Talk to me about what he said, how you felt about what he said, and do you agree with him?
Yeah, I do. I agree with him wholeheartedly. He kept it real with Calvin. Like you supposed to be the pastor. You know better. You know this is not the way. Yeah, we know you did one of the biggest sins in the world, right? But this is not how you do it in front of the church like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to work that out with God. And then you're supposed to go to whoever to, you know, make your apologies and repent of your sins. Do what you need to do. But going out like this, I think the bishop kept it real with him and You know, it was necessary. It was necessary for us to see this part. And I think this is a very important part because this is part of his redemption. So I think he's going to be on his redemption run, and God gave him another chance. Thank God for CJ pulling his arm. But unfortunately, you know, Denita got the hit. So I think this was very, very important, important scene right here.
Exactly. And if we're just keeping it real, Denita getting hit might be all part of the story too, because we know Denita, one of them saints.
Yeah, definitely. But I like also that you know, when he came up to him, he was like, "Oh yeah, you know, prayer is powerful and changing changing things. Denita's lucky to have you praying." But he was like, "I'm praying for you too. I'm checking on you too." And he was like, "Me?"
Right.
You know, letting him know I like that part.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, because he felt like nobody, you know, cared for him because Denita was in the hospital. So that was a good thing.
And then what he admitted out loud, like, sir.
Absolutely. All right, hold on. I gotta get my other slides up, y'all. Give me just a second while I'm pulling up those particular slides. Candy, did you have anything to say about that one? About that last scene?
No, they pretty much said everything that needed to be said. Yeah, he just needed to not be down on himself, but he needed to hear it from somebody that he, you know, because he said what he said out in the public and then tried to do what he did, you know, like people still care about you, but even though they're upset with what you did, you still need to know that, you know, that wasn't the way to go because you're the head, you know. But,
Exactly. Now, y'all, we got us a good old treat right here. You know what I'm saying? Good old treat.
They took me out.
Yes.
Okay, these two done popped up on the scene. What? Okay, who? Hey, Tika Boo. Hey,
Tika.
What up?
But not Candy. Tamika, I'm gonna start with you because I know you be loving stuff like this. I know you love stuff like this. What was your thought process when you first, found out? Because you always find out who gonna be popping up in the show. When you first found out that these two was about to pop in, did you think it was gonna be like this, or what?
No, I did not know what to expect, but I thought, oh, they got the queen and the king.
Yeah.
Okay, Miss Loretta Devon, Louis got some joy. I saw, all right, some things going down. But I didn't know it was going to go down this way. Mama and daddy is something else, honey.
Okay. I didn't even know, like, how they gonna come in there? Okay, well, I ain't gonna jump ahead. We'll talk about it.
They come in loud. Just
super loud. But when Mama told her that she had to leave, and the way she said it, and then she tried to clean it up with
yes.
Yeah.
That about me out right there. King, what do you think about these two meeting them for the first time?
Well, we knew that was her father, right?
Yes.
He was okay, yeah, but I did not know that was gonna be her mama, her mother. Perfect choice. That was a great duo. They came in with the bells and whistles on, like they come from the Beverly Hills Village, African American edition. Fred Sanford and Elster, like they were just. I'm like, okay. It was funny to me. I liked it. They were they were straightforward. They didn't care what they said.
Yeah.
Mama, it is what it is. We finna write this obituary. Girl, you need to go. This is family business. Yeah. I like them as a duo. They fed off each other. You know, they wrote for each other. Whatever he said, she was okay. Whatever she said, he was like, okay. You know, I like them two together. I really did.
Okay.
Jay. But pause. How Sasha become his caretaker?
No, did she say she picked him up from
the from the
yeah. I said if y'all don't get Sasha out of here, she over here hugging him. Oh, Bishop.
Yeah, we're gonna get to Sasha. We're gonna get to Sasha.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have Sasha later.
But let's give it up for the legends. Like these are legends right here.
Yes,
Louis Gospel Jr., Loretta Devine, like once they brought them in, I was like, whoa, like this is taking it to the next level. And the way that they came in, just like y'all said, like it was to me, it felt real, like a real grandma, real grandpa. Okay, the family's in turmoil. We taking over. All right, y'all go sit down. Y'all go wrench around. Take that rat, wrench around. Do that over there. We gonna take over. All right, we taking over. All right, y'all gotta sit down. Y'all preaching. You ain't preaching no more. Okay, you ain't doing this no more. I was like, wow, it felt real to me. It really felt like a real grandma and grandpa coming in and just being the cavalry and shutting it down, like shutting everything down. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Money is involved. When money is involved, hey, people go.
Yeah, you heard when he was like, "Yeah, let's talk about the record label." He was like, "That's where the money's at." And they was
right.
I was like, "Dang,
exactly."
They like super sharks. Yeah, the super
they
sharks.
They wouldn't be talking, but
right.
They got money involved, business is involved. Oh,
it's
yeah,
like they couldn't wait for this moment to happen. So they could come in. You know how some grandparents they like, I'm gonna let you do what you got to do. I'm gonna give you enough rope. Either a cowboy, a cowgirl, or hang yourself. Right? And now it's time for us to come in and say today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Torg, Sterling, and Sonia's mom. Legends is the game for real.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Already.
Hi,
okay, y'all. So let's talk about Sasha for a second, because Sasha was outside singing, y'all. I mean, and she was singing, and and what's so funny about it is that she doing just like Tamar would do, because
yes,
I couldn't tell the difference between Sasha and Tamar, because
dramatic.
It's got to be taken to that next
over the top.
The runs. Yeah,
running for her life.
Typical gospel black singer.
Yeah,
okay. She was doing it. I said, is she out here auditioning or what are you doing?
She was
just trying to have her moment, and the people recording, figuring she gonna go viral. I said, girl,
yeah,
I cannot. Now, I was trying to remember Sasha's entire story, because wasn't Sasha messing with the bishop too? If I'm not
yes.
Yep.
Okay, because I said I feel like she was messing with
real
the
bad.
But
that's why when she came in after they came off the elevator and she hugged on Calvin real tight, he was like, okay, and he pushed her off like, okay, like not here, like it's not the moment. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they was messing around together. Yeah.
But I bet if Mama knew what had happened with Sasha and Calvin, she wouldn't be pushing her husband.
Who was that?
She wouldn't let her anywhere near her husband. Right?
No, she would throw her down the elevator. She would open the door and push down the elevator shaft. That she known for real.
Talk to me about this right here, when Sasha go to actually see her, and she asked the nurse, she like, hey, can she hear me while I'm, while she's in the coma? And what you think about this? Or was it just the typical, you was like, okay, this sound like this look a Sasha move?
Sasha going to hell.
Yeah.
So she's wicked. She's evil. Yeah. That's all I can say.
Yeah. She's definitely wicked. I said, no, she didn't. She going to the pit for hell.
Yeah.
I said, not you telling this lady go into the light. It's okay. Let go. So you can be with her husband.
Crazy.
Honey, she going to hell. She going to escape and go right back to hell.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna kind of skip past this one part, but the pivotal part is we already knew that Rbel was more than likely gonna go back to the pole, because she kept saying it, and so eventually we knew that this was exactly what was about to happen. Right. But we touched on this for like a second. The parents are actually planning, like they literally are writing an obituary, y'all. Like.
He was like, then she gonna sing. She sung at the pageant or something. He said, I'm like,
they talking about the accomplishments. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, are they really just doing this? And then of course the pastor comes in, the bishop comes in, and he he calls them out on it. But then we're gonna see that Caesar is gonna show up, and they don't like Caesar. They don't like Caesar at all. But Caesar and the bishop have a moment. What do you think about that moment, Jay?
Before we get to that moment, I just want to point out the fact that the grandparents took him out of the obituary. Like, they said, we're going to make sure your name ain't in there. Okay. I'm like, dang, like y'all so cruel. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I thought it was a good moment. Pastor usually, like, if this wasn't the situation with Denita, Pastor would have been kicked him out. Pastor would have been obeyed the grandparents. He would have been said, nah, you can't be here. But because he's in such a humble state right now, he knows that this is his fault. Like, he has to have some type of mercy with Caesar, even though this lawsuit is going on. You know what I'm saying? And he knows that they had a relationship. You know what I'm saying? He knows that Caesar and Denita had a relationship, and then they know that, Caesar wrote the song. So, I thought it was a good moment where, Calvin, again, he's on this redemption road. So he's taking a little bit more grace and mercy towards, people who he wouldn't normally take grace and mercy.
Yeah.
Trying to unmute myself. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I like this moment, actually. I really did. And I thought it showed growth, but more importantly, I liked how you phrased that. I like that he humbled himself and that he showed grace, especially where he's at right now. But this was one of my favorite moments, y'all. And we're about to go ahead and talk about old girl right now because I got to talk about her. So first and foremost, I love this moment because you've always felt this thing between Rebel and Todd. They're so night and day, but at the same time, something pulls you in and you want to see these two together. You kind of want to see them win. And when they're singing this song, what is her name? Because I know her real name. What is her name?
Essence, yeah.
Essence. Essence kind of comes up, right? And she sees it too. And it feels like this is where she's like, you're not finna get my man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like that's what she's saying in her mind. What do y'all think about Essence? I want to talk about Essence herself because we already talked about this couple. But what about Essence? Do you think she's real? I guess I'm trying to say. I feel like she just don't want to lose a good man, but I don't know if they are like a good fit. Candy, you start.
I don't like Essence.
Tell us how you really feel.
Because from the beginning, she was always like, he was saying that he was trying to be celibate or whatnot, and she was trying to make him go there. Of course, it ended up happening. He didn't even anyway. So now she's expecting, supposedly,
allegedly.
Yeah, and she's like a try hard. She's like I don't like her. I don't like her spirit. I don't like the way she comes across. It's like she's always over the top with everything, and then she doesn't seem genuine with the way she acts towards Taj. It's always about a physical connection, not emotional, not, love. It's just about the physical part for her. I think the other guy is the father of her child. If she is pregnant, I don't think it's his. I think it's the other guy. The guy.
Put it on somebody else.
Yeah. I don't like her. I like Rebel and Taj, and I feel their chemistry. You can see it on screen. You can hear it when they sing. Last season we could hear it when they were on stage together. They were singing. They just have even when they first saw each other, it was like an instant connection with them, and it's gotten stronger ever since.
Yeah, that's what's up.
No, it's not there.
Tamika, what about you? Are you feeling Essence? Do you think that she genuinely cares about Taj, or do you think this is? Because I don't know what to call it exactly. What you think?
I think she may care about Taj, but I think she for the streets. I think she gives me, when the mama from Sparker says, "I come from Harlem, I know a rat when I see one." She belonging to. That's what she gives me. And since Candy went there, because my thoughts was, is she pregnant? Is it his? Or we gonna say we had? I didn't want to jump too far ahead, but I don't trust her. I don't trust her. I'm not one for 1 second. And she just see what we all see. Rebel and Taj belong together. It's not heating up when they come together the way it's heating up when he's with her.
Yeah, exactly. Jay, question. Do you think there is really a baby, or do you think that when she saw or when she felt like she was about to lose this man, she did the one thing that she knew would keep this man? What you think? Or do you think it's real?
So I'm kind of like in between with Essence a little bit because, and I'm trying to give her an opportunity, a chance, because I know that this relationship is like a superficial relationship. She's the star, he's the producer. You know, it's that typical thing. But it's clear that Rebel and Taj, they supposed to be together. Like you can see it like right there in those pictures. Like you can't escape the chemistry that's going on.
Mhm.
Now, did she lie about the baby, or is it not her baby? Is it, we can speculate. And y'all ladies probably right. You're probably right. She's probably lying just to keep him around, just so he won't run off with Rebel, because she's seen it since last season. She's seen all of this. So I'm with y'all. Not that I don't like her, okay, because she was kind of rooting for Rebel, and I know you're gonna get to it, but she was kind of rooting for Rebel when Rebel was auditioning and whatever. We're gonna get to that.
But that was fake, Jay. That was fake.
But was she really rooting, or did she just want her out the way?
She was just wanting her out of the way. Okay, we're gonna get to it. I'm just saying, I'm trying to give her a chance. I know y'all writing her off because y'all see it. I'm trying to give her a chance. I'm just trying to give her a chance. Now, if she turns out bad, y'all right. Y'all totally right. Totally right.
Okay. That's what's up. Look what Monique said, y'all. What up, Monique? Girl, I missed you. She said, I believe Shaz shot up the club, but was he the only one shooting up the club?
Yeah.
No. That producer dude was shooting it up too.
I was gonna say that.
Right, that's the $1 million question, because he was holding out and she was hot. So.
Okay. Yeah. Talk about and you know what's funny, y'all, is that I talked about how Rebel and Taj are like night and day, but these two really are like night and day too. But the difference is that they don't have that connection, that you don't feel the energy. It feels so forced. Even it just feels forced, and I'm just like, I don't know, but we shall see. But I do want to say one last thing about this before I move on. I will never understand why anyone tries to force someone to be with them when they can clearly see that they do not want to be with them. And that's where I'm at with that character, is that when you can clearly see it, why are you forcing it? It's a setup for failure.
And another thing, she was supposed to take her behind home. Grandma told her to go home. He told her to go home. What the heck you doing?
She's hanging around. She knew. Y'all got that intuition. Y'all feeling like, wait a minute, let me not go. Somebody talking to my man. Who's talking to my man?
Yeah, we gotta find. This the next. We gotta figure out these theories, because I don't know what the heck going on. I do not know what is going on, and I got a lot of things that was running through my mind now.
Baby, I was screaming when this one came on.
Jay, you talked about cinematography earlier and the way that things are shot, right? And clearly, every time this dude came into the scene, the shots looked slightly different. Not like a flashback per se, but also not like the present. Was I the only one seeing that?
Nah, you wasn't the only one. It was like this guy's like an angel, you know what I'm saying? Or he's like, yeah, I'm your son, right? And I was like, what is going on here? I was thrown off. But yes, the cinematography absolutely changed when he was in the room. It was kind of like a little haze going on, and I was like, yo, like, is this guy an angel, or is he really her son? Like, I like how they shooting this. I like how this is
they doing it good, right?
Yeah, they're keeping us like on edge. Like, who is this cat? Like, I've never seen him before. Yeah.
Something.
It kind of puts you in the mind of the Greenleaf, the little fella at the cemetery of Greenleaf.
Oh yeah.
It kind of puts you in the mind of that. Like, was that real? Or is he an angel?
Right.
But I think he's an angel.
Okay, this is my theory. I think that he is an angel, right? I think that he is her son, but he's her son that didn't live. What I think, and he would be, and this is an older version of him. And the only reason why I say this is because there's a scene when he also prays for the bishop, right?
Right.
Like, do you notice that CJ, who is right there, never really pays attention to him? Like, I'm like, does she see him? And I was like, I was gonna go back and look at it because I really wanted to study that scene, but time didn't permit. But from what I remember, I just don't remember her acknowledging
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, another
Yeah.
person in the room. Yeah.
Yeah. You're
Mm-hmm.
right. That's a good point. I did peep
Yeah.
that too. Like,
Because
So
it
I
seemed
don't
like
know.
you would have put your hands on your father as well. Like it would have been a
Exactly.
collective. Had
she
she
kind of
Because
saw
got
him.
up. She kind of got up like, who are you talking to? And kind of walked back,
Mm-hmm.
right? When he said, can I pray for you? And he put his hands on her. She was looking at him like, who are you talking to? So,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
Mm.
that
you
was
might
the
be right.
cinematography is they are really directing the show.
Oh, they doing a good job for
Yeah,
sure, for sure.
Yeah.
they really are. I'm really enjoying it.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah. So let's talk about the miracle. So the miracle happens. Denita wakes up, but Denita don't remember everything, y'all. I'm gonna jump straight to it. Well, first let's talk about this, and then I'm gonna ask y'all the $1,000,000 question. So let me just paint the picture real quick for those of you that may or may not have gotten a chance to see this. Denita wakes up, but when the doctor talks to them, he tells them about the fact that the bullet that was near her spine has now moved in such a way that they really can't even explain it. They don't know how the heck this happened. And we all know that, okay, of course, the family is very spiritual. And the first thing, this is a miracle. That's what this is. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the scene set up here. But what I want to talk about is Denita. Denita acting like she don't remember nothing. And just because we running on time and this was 2 episodes, I don't want to keep us here a long time. I gotta talk about this now. Do y'all believe Denita? Just point blank and period. Is Denita pulling a fast one or do she really not remember? Candy, you go first.
No, I don't think she is. Um, I don't think it's real. I think she's faking, or I think or either she's playing on it a little bit more than she has to, than she should be. But I really think she's. I think she heard everything that went on. I think she remembers things. I think she's just playing on it to see what she can get out of people, what they're going to reveal to her, and yeah, I don't. I don't believe it.
Okay, Tamika,
Yeah.
what you got?
For me, it's kind of a mixture. I feel like it's some things she was hearing and aware of, and it's some things she might have been a little bit confused on and don't know. But also, I was kind of feeling like, okay, when did it come back to her? Because the more time was going on, the more it was kind of like, what time it is. You just want to see what they gonna say and if they gonna tell you the truth and whatever. Oh, Sasha made me laugh when she tried to act like, girl, sign these papers.
That was funny, but yeah, I'm right there with you. It's like at first I felt like she was just confused, but then as time goes on, I'm like, Denita, I know you're not pulling the fast one.
Right.
Hey, what you think?
Yeah, I think she had head trauma. I think she was real about it. Like I think there was some trauma to it. But yeah, as time went on, she was just like, all right, I know what's going on. I know how to count my bread. That's one thing I ain't forget how to count my coins, right? And then yeah, the whole Sasha thing. Oh, I forgot. I can't sign this. I thought that was just great. Like
That was
that was
great.
just great. That was
That was
awesome.
perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was perfect. Now we're gonna see that there's gonna be another character that's gonna be introduced. This new producer guy that's gonna come into the mix because, of course, Rebel then took her behind back into the club or whatnot. And then we're also gonna find out that her old slimy boss is going to see if she really want to make some money and do some private parties. Now, when this first came up, I was like, "Oh Lord, she's gonna do the same thing Danny was doing, doing too much." So anyway. Let's move on to well, I guess we really don't need to talk about this too much. So, anyway, what ends up happening pretty much is that Taj and the mom are singing together, and she remembers some of these words,
Yeah.
And I think this was the first time I was like, okay, she remembers some of the words. I'm not all in on her being fake just yet. I'm not.
Right.
I'm not believing that she's fake until the Sasha thing. To be honest, like that's when I started questioning her. But this part where Rebel goes into the studio to talk to the producer, y'all, and old girl just happened to show up. This she did that on purpose. I'm sorry. This is all fake, and this is all part of a game. Tamika, talk to us about that part.
Yeah, when she was like, "Oh, I'm early for once," I said, "Now how she just so happened to be there, and then she want to act shocked to see her, and oh, it must meant to, it must be meant to be, and yeah, you got to get her, and yeah, we can have lunch because you're gonna be a part." I was like, "No, I don't buy it for one daggone minute, and I don't trust him either." But Rebel
Yeah,
in
something
there,
about
she
him
did what
ain't
she
right
had to
either.
do. Yeah. Hey, in the front row. Yeah, I definitely was not feeling it.
Not at all. Now, I'm not really sure what the point of Caesar showing up with Rebel was for.
I
Do
think
anybody have
he
any
kind of, I'm
insight?
sorry.
No, go
No,
ahead.
I was gonna say I think he kind of don't fully believe that she don't have all her memory back, and he wanted to see how she was gonna react to him and Rebel being there. Like, if she really, don't have her memory the way they saying it, or because he was like, "Do me a favor," and then they came there, and it was like, "Wait a minute, she really doesn't have her memory." And he's like, "Yeah, so it seems, right?" So I
Exactly.
think he was kind of testing it.
Okay, that makes sense. You think the same
That's the
thing,
way I
Jay?
took it.
Yeah.
Or you got
It's
another theory for it?
who, Jay?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
me? Yeah. No, yeah. I'm with you, Tamika. Like he wanted to test it out, see if she's for real. Because he did tell the lawyer like hold back while she's going through this. Let me see if this is real. Because if she reacted to Rebel, then she was fake. Like
Mm-hmm.
if she remembered who Rebel was, because after everything they went through, yeah, she would be faking, but she didn't. She was like, "Oh, you're so pretty. I hope you sing as pretty as you can sign to my label. I got a record label." Like you don't know. Like that's the part that let me know, like, nah, she ain't on there yet. She's not on there yet.
It
Yeah,
ain't
but
came running back
it
to her
seemed like
just yet.
it was a two-part thing. It seemed like he did it for Rebel and to see how Denita was going to act. Because Rebel, she doesn't want to do gospel anymore. She wants to
Right.
go over to the other side. So I think because you can see her reaction after she told her, you have a beautiful voice, you should use it. So that looks like the way Rebel was looking at it as if, okay, all right, let me think about it, or because she see how Denita is, I guess the way she is at this moment, she's not well, and it's like, well, maybe I do need to, sing for the Lord
For the Lord.
per se. But it seemed like it was a two-sided thing with
Yeah, I
Caesar
agree with
bringing
you.
her there.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. So we already talked about Sasha and her play trying to get Denita to sign this, trying to get her to
Yeah.
sign this record deal, and then she busts out with the, "Oh, I can't." That's when I was like, Denita playing. Denita,
Mm-hmm.
remember, she finna milk this for all it's worth at this point. Okay, y'all. So let's talk about mama. Boy, the mama is rough. I'm like, dang, Denita just got home and you is still giving her the business. Like she got a head injury. Like, and you is just going in on her. But we learned that she wants CJ to preach, because at this point she's trying to get people back into the fold. It looks like she wants to keep Denita and Bishop away as much as possible. She's trying to separate it at this point. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. This was another time when I was like, I don't know if I believe Denita. I believe some of the stuff is coming back to her at this point. It was just the way that, I don't know, it was just a thing about how this conversation went when she was talking to the mom. Okay. So we get to the studio, and we have Rebel and Essence doing their thing, singing. This is just not going to end well, y'all. I don't know why. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's not going to end well. Jay, I need your perspective on these two in general. Like, what do you see? I need your perspective on it. I know how us ladies feel.
So Essence again is trying to I see like a little competition thing going on. I see like, I want to keep Taj around. I see I'm better than you. I'm going to prove that I'm better than you. Yeah, you're here. I'm doing you a favor. I'm trying to hook you up, but not really. I want you to go and connect with this producer guy, get you out of the way, as y'all mentioned earlier, so then me and Taj can be together. Her whole motive is definitely shady, you know. So I agree with y'all. Okay. I try to give a chance. I agree with you. Yeah, she's shady. We shouldn't like her. I get it. I totally get it. And then when they were sitting down at dinner, she's all like, yeah, all fake or whatever. So yeah.
Yeah, that's the part for me. The dinner part was fake, and then the way Rebel look at her like B, I see what you doing, because that's how
Yeah.
she looked at her like, come on now, like this, it just wasn't
Like
necessary.
Essence is trying so hard. And I think Candy, you mentioned earlier, or one of y'all mentioned it earlier, like she's trying so hard to be with this guy and to be in
Mhm.
present and be out front. Like you could tell, like she's just extra. You know, she's just
Yes.
super extra, trying to be in front. You know.
She's a try hard. Like, girl, calm down. Like,
Okay,
it's
he
not coming
don't
off.
want you.
It's clearly not coming off genuine. You know, because he's
Exactly.
doing too much. You shouldn't have to do that much to be with somebody.
Exactly. Candy, what you think about Sasha trying to go flip her record deal over to the Redeeming Records?
Caesar saw right through that clear hair of hers. These women on this show is really
They peeing you off.
yes, and they don't have to. He read through that. He knew she was full of mess because you were working for them, but I don't think he even knows the details as to why she would come over there versus go to what's the name of the record the other record label with
The one with where she worked for? Yeah, I can't think of the name
yes,
of it right now, but
like
yeah, I know
why
what
are you
you're
coming
Denita's
over here?
Mhm.
Denita's record label, yeah. So why are you over here versus being where you work at? So I don't think he knows the details, but I think he could see right through it as something is not right with that. Because like, why are you over here? Why you
exactly.
yeah,
Hey
and you putting out
Don.
that old doggone hospital live? Like, girl, go away. Like,
Okay.
nobody want to see that. He's
She
not
trying
here
to
for
play the
that.
game.
Yeah.
She just trying to play the game. She's trying to get this record deal. Okay, y'all. So next up, we're gonna find out that so CJ is gonna be talking to her brother. Now, I want to say that there was a point, if I am not mistaken, where the grandmother has gotten to to Taj, and told him basically that he needs to be married.
Yes.
You know, he ain't even thinking about that, I don't think, but she done told him that this is what he needs to do. And his sister can kind of read through it. She's like, I know how you are. You know, I know that you want to do the right thing. And she's trying to, find out if this is something that he truly wants to do. And he talks about how he wants to say his prayers with his son at nighttime, how he wants to tuck him in, how he wants to he basically wants to be a father. He never talks about how he loves this girl, any of this type of stuff. He only talks about how he wants to be a father. And from a male perspective, Jay, talk about that, about what he's saying, and what do you think about what he's trying to do? Do you see it as admirable, or do you see it as a problem? Or as far as you're going to have future problems that this child is going to be brought into when it's all said and done?
So his whole motivation for marrying her came from grandmother from P Valley. Okay. I had to throw that in. Okay. Because right now it's all about rebuilding the brand, rebuilding the family, rebuilding, the name, right?
Mhm.
So to me, yeah, he may want that, but it's like the timing is just off. You know what I'm saying? It's like you want to do it with her. She's allegedly pregnant, and it is noble to be a man that wants to raise the child, okay, and be married. That is very noble. But the motivation behind it, it's like, hey, I do this, then I please my grandparents. I please the family. I please this. He just wants to please everybody. He's a people pleaser at this point. So to me, it's not as genuine as it should be if it just came from him. Because the conversation didn't start until grandmother was like, hey, you need to be married to her. I knew she was pregnant when she walked in. You didn't tell me. I could tell. Y'all ladies can tell when another lady's pregnant. So he was like, oh, well, dad, okay, well, we was going to tell everybody, we was going to save it, but yeah, his motive and him trying to marry her is just not as genuine as it should be.
Yeah, I agree with
Absolutely.
Monique. Monique says giving up his true happiness to be in this child's life gonna have major blowback to that child indirectly or directly, and that is definitely something that can happen.
Yeah.
Too many
Yeah.
times people do that, you know,
Yep.
and you know, it's not always the best. It's not, you feel like you're doing what's in the best interest, but it's not always the best. Tamika, let's talk about Denita making her debut back into the church. She done came in with the yellow and the red. I said, girl, you was standing out now.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't shocked to see her show up at the church. I knew she was gonna come, even though Mama was telling her, "Oh no, you're gonna sit back and we want you to get your rest and all that. We in charge. We got things handled." It wasn't no shock that she showed up, and of course, what's her name again? Taj? No, Taj is the son. What's
CJ?
the daughter name?
CJ.
CJ, yeah. She's trying to do her preaching, and it's like, obviously I gotta be like, come on up, mama. Mama here, she done survived this. She's a miracle, a walking miracle, praise God. And she gotta come up and say her few words. And her mother was pissed, but of course we can't, show that. Yeah, Don Walton, I agree with you too. I was also gonna say that it's pretty much just like his parents, and that's what they did to her, so it's not a shock that they would be telling him like, "Oh, well, you need to go ahead and be married. We ain't gonna have them saying y'all was out here sinning. Then we gonna make the announcement of the pregnancy." So, in my opinion, he's doing it for all the wrong reasons. But yeah.
Exactly.
And I have to give her credit, because even when he proposed to her initially, she was like, "Come on now, what kind of proposal is this? That's not a real proposal." And she's like, "You don't have to marry me. You want to marry me because of your parents or because of your grandparents." I did appreciate her saying that, but child, he still came back.
She for the streets, that's why.
I
She for the
ain't gonna lie.
streets.
This was a dope proposal. Like,
It
this was a
was.
great
He
proposal.
did the thing.
I was gonna say that. He did his thing.
Yeah, this was a great proposal, but at the end of the day, this is not gonna end well. I'm sorry, it's just not going to. She already knows that there's something. So if you already know that, then do you think just because you get a proposal, like I just don't agree with it. But
Sasha,
the proposal is great.
her name not Sasha, that's Essence, right?
Essence.
So she's playing off of Taj's good Christian nature.
Right.
He's a good man. So she's basically manipulating him to get him to do exactly what she wants him to do, which is to lock him down, to stay away from Rbel. You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, it does play into the typical parental grandmother, matriarch, patriarch pressure of looking good in the church's eyes.
Exactly. Yep. Bingo.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it boils down to.
You talk about that all day. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna blow back. It's gonna blow back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna blow back really, really bad. I hate that he's doing that just to appease somebody else and not himself, because that's not what he wants. And you can see in his eyes.
And it goes on all the time.
Yeah, it does. But you can tell that's not what he wants. You can look at his face.
Yeah.
Because if it was Rbel, I believe he would have been on some other stuff. Like it would have been a whole nother level if it had been her. But
he was just good at doing. He was good. He's a good guy, and he's just he's a good guy, and he knew how to make this romantic. But at the same time, it's not genuine. It's not truly genuine. Let me go to the comments real quick. Let me see Don. Don says she's been manipulating him. That's how she got her opportunity to sing with his mom. Very manipulative.
I agree.
Yes,
absolutely. Okay, y'all. So we bringing it on to a close now. Let's go ahead and talk about this very last scene. Now we know that the bishop, when he talked to the deacon told him, basically gave him some good wisdom, and he's trying to atone and he's trying to make things right. So he bust up into the very place where he used to go, where he used to be a member. And he's telling these fellas, like, look, y'all better than this. Y'all are politicians, you're judges, you're this, you're that. You have wives at home. and nobody's really trying to listen to him. And then of course, Big Baddie, want to beat him down, and he still get up and he keep talking. And Rebel is there, and he says to her, you're better than this. I enjoyed this scene. I thought this was a really good scene. It felt real, and I like that last part when they kind of look in the eyes, and he's talking about Danny, and we know that Danny and Rebel were extremely close,
Yeah.
And I thought it was interesting that Rebel even shows up at this. Like, I know she needs the money, but the fact that she shows up this and she knows that this is where all of this stuff went down, I'm like, is she doing this for the money, or is she still trying to figure out what happened to Danny? Like, I really don't know what the play is. How was you feeling about this? Candy, you still there? Okay, she gone. How was you feeling about this, Tamika?
Same as you. I was trying to understand why Rebel was there, and I get why Bishop is going in here, and I know he's feeling guilty, and he's trying to, repent and trying to get other people to see the error of their ways. Okay. But I said, child, these people ain't paying you no money. Like, you are not about to have them open up and start telling you everything that's been going down. And, if it wasn't for them intervening, I said, oh, Lord, you didn't get to take yourself out. You might get taken out because you're doing a lot right now.
Okay.
But I was definitely trying to understand why Rebel was there. I mean, I know she needs the money, but she was getting her little parties and doing her behind the scenes VIP thing. So I was wondering if it was a little bit more, if she is still trying to figure out like what was happening with Danny or something, to be in the same spot that with the people that's probably involved in taking her out.
Exactly.
That was my thought too.
Feel kind of it didn't feel like something that Rebel would do that we learned from this last season. Candy, talk about this scene, what you thought, your final thoughts on this.
Yeah, I felt the same way Tamika did. I feel that she is trying to figure out what happened to Danny, like the truth, because of course we don't see her going to these type of parties and being around those people, but I think she's on a mission. I think that's why she went back to the club. And I want to say that, I know she keeps saying money, but I really want to say that I think she went back to Monique. I think she's undercover in her own way, trying to see what really happened to Danny. And then the Bishop, sir, nobody want to hear what you got to say. Yeah, but Rebel is a more important part of this. The ending. I think she's undercover, as Monique said. I think she's on a mission.
Yeah, and I can believe that, because we are missing one piece that we didn't get to see. Now, throughout the 2 episodes, we saw almost everything, but there's one thing that we didn't see that we know happened. She went and talked to the detective, and we didn't get to see that conversation. And anytime you don't get this conversation, there's 9 times out of 10 something that they didn't want us to know just yet.
Right.
So that's what had me to thinking, like, why is she doing this? So like, that don't even make sense. But that was what I thought. Jay, final thoughts?
I mean, I know y'all saying she undercover. It hasn't been revealed to us yet. I think she just wanted the money, to be honest with you. Like, I think when you want money, you just lose your mind sometimes. And when you're in a desperate situation, all this whole episode is like, I gotta pay my bills. I gotta get money. You know what I'm saying? But pointing that out as far as her talking to the detective, that's good recon right there. That's a good eye. So if she is talking to the detective to try to get some information, then yeah, she might be trying to find out what happened, to old girl. So, I'm on a level with you guys. I'm on a level, but I think she just wanted the money.
Yeah. And the only reason why I say that too is because if you think about it, the only person the detective would need to use somebody that could get close. There's nobody else that can get close than she can get. So I think that was part of the conversation that they had. And I think that's what's going to be revealed later, is that she's really trying to figure out who actually took out Danny, because how do we go from Danny being your best friend and you trying to find all of this out to you just no longer caring and I'm gonna go do the same thing you was doing? Something don't match up with that, in my opinion.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, the
And
writing is good. The writing is
Monique said
good.
two
Yeah.
things can be true
Yes.
at the same
Very
time.
good.
Yeah, that is true too, Monique. For sure, for sure. She can definitely need the money and still be trying to figure out what's going on. So I agree. I'm looking at Monique's comment. She
We
said two
shall
things can be
see.
true
We
at the same
shall
time.
see. Yeah.
Yeah, we shall see.
All righty, y'all. So those were the first two episodes.
Wow. Good job.
Yeah, good job, EJ.
I thought we were still in the first episode. It just ran right. It was so smooth.
Uh-huh.
Be trying. Be trying. I was a little rusty up
You
here.
got it. You got it. You got it.
But yeah, so I really enjoyed the first two episodes. I'm thinking that they're only gonna have a total of 6, is from what I saw before. So we shall see. I hope they don't wait again if we're gonna get another season of this. I mean, to be fair, I think that they have a good show on their hand, and I just hope they keep it. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? Like, this is a really, really good show, and they got some heavy hitters in this. So we gonna we gonna keep them in prayer for real.
Yes. The writing
Oh,
is
yeah.
good. The cinematography is good. The directing, everything's
Yeah,
good. The acting
y'all
is
know
good.
I don't ever talk about
Yeah.
cinematography ever, but even I noticed all of that. I was like,
Yeah.
yes, look at that.
Yeah. I mean, if they
Love.
brought in Louis Gossett Jr. and Loretta Devine, this is going to be on for a minute as long as the strike is over and everything. And I think they were. I said it from the first season that they were waiting to see how many people were going to watch the first season to determine whether or not they do a second one. So now they did a second one. Hey, this is a good show.
And they brought in a mama.
This is a really good show.
OG
And I'm going to tell
mama.
you, I ain't going to put it up there with Greenleaf yet, but I'm going to tell you that I can watch it like I watch Greenleaf, because I love me some Greenleaf. That was my church show.
Yeah.
That and Saints and Sinners was my ratchet church show. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was my ratchet church show. But I still liked it. But this literally is is pretty doggone good. And it could be on that level if they keep doing what they doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I need some more episodes.
Absolutely.
Yes, we need at least
All right,
10.
Kid Love, what you got going on your channel, boo?
Look at you.
Finally get to say it.
Look at vacation.
Girl, is you gonna answer the
question? I'm working on some things. That's all I can say. I need to stop saying what I'm gonna do and don't even do it.
Okay. Keep your notifications turned on, guys. If you are not subscribed to Candy Love's channel, go ahead and subscribe to her channel. I promise you, she gonna be bringing y'all some content. You know what I'm saying? So she got you. Just keep your notifications turned on. And Miss Tamika, what you got going on?
Everything. I got a lot of things. I'm getting busy from this month to January. I'm gonna be getting it in. So check in the in. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Okay.
Yes, Torix, Sterling, and Sonya's mom. We are doing Temptations Part 2. Not this Thursday, but the next Thursday. We go every other Thursday. So yes, you already know. And actually, I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be leading the discussion on that one or whatever. It's going to be over here. So yeah, so come back and hang out with us for the Temptations Part 2. I'm excited. That's my jam right there. All right, so y'all make sure y'all keep y'all notifications on for Miss Tamika, because she do have a lot of stuff going on. She's like the hardest working person out here in these streets. But there's also another hard working person that we know. What you got going on, VKJ?
Right.
Well, thank you again for having me here. I appreciate it. So of course we got Power Book for Force tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Monday, we're gonna go in on episode 9, and then of course we're gonna do some predictions later on in the week for episode 10, the season finale. And then of course I'm gonna round up everybody. You already know we're gonna break down the season finale. We might do a game, maybe not. We'll see. But I'll let you guys know. Of course, gearing up for Raising Canaan. I'm going to be collaborating with some new partners, on some Raising Canaan, and along with everybody that wants to join. You already know. And doing the Oval as well. And we're getting geared up for Tyler Perry's Ruthless to come back as well. You already know. That's right. Ruthless Round Table. We getting geared up. Tamika, you're more than invited. Candy, we going to bring the whole family together, do what we do.
Yes,
And
yes.
yeah, definitely keep your notifications on for your boy, VKJ.
You need to stop showing out with all that.
I know.
Right.
I don't have none of that.
Them
I'm gonna have to
toys
make my
over
own
there, them
family
bells
I'm
and
going to put
whistles.
you on. I'll put you on. I'll put you on. Come on.
Vacate
my
I
own
got you.
family.
Dean.
EJJ.
Yeah.
Now that VKJ said that, I forgot that we actually are going to be on tomorrow. EJ, Muchella, and myself will be on after him talking about Power Force. I forgot all about it, child.
Girl, it be that way.
Busy girl, you busy. Oh yeah, and I forgot too. I'll be on VKJ's channel. We'll talk about
That's right.
power.
Yes, you
Girl,
will.
stop. Look at her. Look.
We all going to be on each
At
other's channels.
8:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Keep it live.
Right.
8:05.
8:05. Keep it live.
So yeah, we definitely are going to be talking about power tomorrow. I'm going to be trying to come through to Jay's channel to talk about power. Y'all know I be all over the place these days, but I'm gonna try to come talk about power. And then of course we'll Tamika, myself, and Moochie, we talk about power every week. And I don't know if anybody on here who is new to the family business that has been looking at the family business, because I got a lot of new subscribers and I know a lot of them are coming from the family business since it actually came on Netflix. If you have not actually looked at the family business and you have Netflix, you should check it out. It's a really, really good show. I enjoy it. It's one of my favorite shows. It's actually one of my core shows. I probably know everything about that show. So definitely check it out. I probably might do some stuff for the newcomers to try to, just do a little something extra. So I'm going to try to put out more content, y'all. I'm going to try to do some extra stuff here. We're going to see how this go. But other than that, just keep your notifications on and all that good stuff.
One more announcement. We will be working on the dial-in show. So all you guys out there who want to dial in, we may make it available for you to dial in and give your opinion on what we're talking about. So I'm working on that. Stay tuned. We're going to take it to the next level, family. All right.
Hey, that's what's up. I love the family business too, Monique. It's like my favorite show. Like that's one of my favorite shows. It's one of my top shows.
Yeah.
But yeah, so other than that, y'all, it has been great talking to everybody. We appreciate you guys for coming out and hanging out with us.
Yes.
So you already know, if you're watching this on the replay, make sure to go ahead and hit like, share, type in replay gang at the bottom. Tell us what you thought about this particular show, Kingdom Business. If you're here just to show support and you have not looked at Kingdom Business, go look at Kingdom Business. It's good.
Yeah.
I promise you,
Please
don't like it. But anyway, y'all, we up out of here. We'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.
Peace.
Salute.